Hi students, welcome. Today we are going to see the introduction of our course, that is antennas and wave propagation, simply as AWP, in our third BTech first semester. Students, in our day-to-day life we are using and seeing the various antennas. Antennas are basically required if we want to communicate through a wireless media. The antennas which required for any wireless communication are found in our homes, offices, vehicles, planes, oceans, and whatnot. Everywhere we are using them. Due to these applications in any wireless communication, we can say that the antennas are acting as our electronic eyes and ears, like in the internet, television programs, video meets, WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and whatnot, almost in all types of electronic gadgets with the latest emerging technologies, we are using the antennas. Coming to overview of entire syllabus in our antennas and wave propagation. So in this course, we are having totally 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first one is titled as Antenna Basics and Dipole Antennas, and second one as VHF, UHF and Microwave Antennas Part 1, and third one the remaining part 2 of same VHF, UHF and Microwave Antennas, and fourth one is Antenna Arrays and Measurements, and the last one is the second part of our title, that is Wave Propagation. Coming to our first unit named Antenna Basics and Dipole Antennas. So in this first unit there are two parts. The first one, as the name suggests, that it is consisting of the antenna basic terminology required in order to study all the concepts in this course, and the second part dealing with small structures like dipoles, current elements and all other basic building blocks for the study of antennas and wave propagation. So this unit, Antenna Basics and Dipole Antennas, is the foundation part of our entire antennas and wave propagation, and out of all these 5 units, this unit is having a lot of concepts, huge number of concepts, so that's why we have to spend more time in this first unit. After becoming familiar with all the terms required for the study of antennas and wave propagation course and the basic building blocks like current elements and dipoles, now if we want to classify the antennas actually of infinite types, but for our convenience we can divide the antennas based on their frequency of operation, based on their radiation pattern obtained, and based on the structure like small structured antennas and large structured antennas, so that depending on various factors we can divide the antennas into different ways. But in our course we are going to see the antennas practically based on the division done with respect to frequencies like very high frequency, ultra high frequency and microwave frequency ranges. And in order to see the practical operation, design and all other aspects of the antennas, we are dividing the antennas based on the frequency range into two parts as VHF, UHF and microwave antennas part 1 in this second unit, and some more antennas in the next third unit. So coming to this second unit, we are going to study 4 practical antennas. They are loop antennas, agura antennas, helical antenna and horn antenna. These 4 types of practical antennas we are going to study in this VHF, UHF and micro antennas part 1. Coming to the second part of the VHF, UHF and microwave antennas part 2. So in this part 2 we are going to study 3 more practical antennas like microstrip antennas, reflector antennas and lens antennas. So 3 practical antennas in part 2 and 4 practical antennas in part 1. Totally we are going to cover 7 practical antennas with their complete details, like how they can be designed, how the radiation pattern can be obtained, how the radiation resistance can be calculated, and all other required parameters of the antenna for all these 7 types of practical antennas. Students, remember, so actually the antennas may be of infinite types, but in our course, by seeing only these 7 types of antennas, we can easily guess how to design some other type of antenna, how to calculate the radiation resistance of that antenna with the knowledge of these 7 practical antennas itself. So that means with the knowledge of these 7 practical antennas, we must be able to design, calculate and simulate any practical antenna problem with the knowledge of these 7 practical antennas. With the thorough knowledge of all practical antennas, now there may be a requirement like that. For example, the radiation pattern obtained by an individual antenna is not enough for me. For example, my requirement may be like that. I want the radiation in the forward direction only. I don't want any radiation in the backward direction. So like that, there are such requirements. So we have to modify the radiation pattern. So we want the radiation pattern in the desired direction. So for that, we are going for grouping of individual antennas called arrays. So in this 4th unit, we are going to see how the individual antennas can be grouped to get the required radiation pattern. So after obtaining the required radiation pattern, how to measure the performance, whether it is giving the radiation in the wanted direction up to the mark, up to what we want. So for that, we have to deal with the measurements related to antennas also. So this 4th unit is divided into 2 parts. So first one is antenna arrays and second one is antenna measurements. So in antenna arrays part, we will see how the different antennas can be grouped and how the resultant radiation pattern can be obtained. Then after obtaining this resultant radiation pattern, how to measure not only the radiation pattern, all other related parameters of the antennas in the second part, that is measurements of this 4th unit. After becoming familiar with all basic antenna terminology, different structure of antennas and 7 practical antennas in VHF, UHF and microwave antennas part 1 in 2nd unit, and VHF, UHF and microwave antennas part 2 in 3rd unit, and how to group the antennas and how to measure the performance. After that, we have to see between the transmitting and the receiving end where the 2 antennas are installed. To get the wireless communication between those 2 points, we have to see how the wave or radiation obtained will have the different properties between these 2 antennas. So for that, we have to see what is happening to the wave between these 2 antennas. So that is called how the wave is propagating. So in order to see the wave propagation between transmitting and receiving antennas, so the propagation can be of 3 ways. So those 3 ways we are going to study in this unit. They are ground waves, space waves and sky waves. Here ground waves are also called as surface waves, space waves can also be called as tropospheric waves, and sky waves are also called as ionospheric waves. So that means we are going to see the wave propagation between the 2 ends, that is the transmitting and receiving end, in the form of these 3 types of wave propagation. So students, here in this unit, we are going to consider the astronomical theories and results obtained also in order to see the wave propagation between transmitting and receiving end.